Hello again and welcome back everybody to another edition of the Rural Report. I am your Rural 2IC and today we're going to do something a little different. So I've been perusing this morning on different social medias and platforms and I keep seeing people share these, oh, here's a prepper hack tip. Okay. Um, there's a lot of new people to preparedness and the big mistake is they don't try it. They go, oh, I got it from the internet, so it must be true. Yeah. So I decided, let's pick one out and let's give it a try. Let's see if it actually works. Okay. So, which one am I talking about? Well, let me move over and I'm going to post it right here. As you can see in the picture here, this is where they take a muffin tin or cupcake pan, whatever you want to call it. And, thank God Mrs. Rural is a baker because I have one of these lying around. And what they basically did is that they put some tea light candles in this thing, and they said that this is a prepping hacking tip for, emergency cooking or anything along those lines. Does it work? Well, we're going to do this in a one, and depending on one, a two step. So what we're going to do is, let me show you my supplies. I have my tin right here. I have some tea lit candles. I have a mini pot, a lighting device, and instead of cooking and doing all sorts of things like that and just jumping straight in, uh, I'm going to take room temperatured water and we're going to see if I can get it to boil. Let's just start right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take four of these. You can see there's four of them. And we're going to put this down here off to the side. I'm going to move some stuff around. And then actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the camera so you guys can see what's going on. So let me push it down to right about there. Okay. So I'm going to pull these wicks up so that way it will give me a good lighting area just like that. And we're going to go with four so that way, see if I can get it to where you guys can actually see what's going on. There, nope, here. Okay, that's better. Better for the camera. Okay, so we're going to put four of them in here. We're going to take our lighting device. We're going to go ahead and light these and get these candles going. And keep in mind that, as you can see behind me, I am doing this inside, so we're giving this the best chances and opportunity as we can. And then here goes the pot. It's going to go right here. And then we're going to put in some water, just like so. Should we do the whole thing? That's about half. Let's start out with half. It's less water and all that. Okay, so what I am now going to do is I'm going to hit the stop button so that way I can hit the record button and then we can do this as a sped up so you guys don't have to sit here for the next, 15, 20 minutes and watch this. So, all right, stand by. All right, let's see where we are at. Oh, wow, camera tilted. Okay. All right, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's actually a little bit of steam coming out. So we're going to take this and we're going to actually measure it, the temperature. Okay, so just so you guys can see, right now it is trying to zero out. So we are, you see that? And we're bouncing around a little bit. So we're at dropping a little bit, 73. Okay, so you get the idea. So we're about 73 degrees in here, maybe dropping a little bit more, but there you go. So kind of a room temperature-ish. Drop down to 72. It's probably about 72 in here. So here we go. Let's put that in here. What are we getting now? I move that to where I can see. So that is 150 degrees. See that? There it goes. It's dropping. All right. So yeah, it definitely gets warm. Let me see if I can move this so you guys can see. Can you guys see that? There we go. You see the steam? Okay, so 4 of these on top of here made it to where we got a little bit of steam. Now, as you can see, it's not boiling at all. You're not getting any boiling. Now, is it making it warm? Yeah, it's absolutely making it warm. Um, is it possible to boil water like this? Probably. And actually, I'm a little bit surprised. Let me bring this up. Sorry. I can fix my camera. There we go. So, when it comes to something like this, it's going to be one of those, is the juice worth the squeeze? Using tea light candles in an emergency. So let's say that you're without power and it's only going to be a couple of days, but you wanted to heat up some water or something like that. If you had enough, yeah, I suppose you probably could. You could go out there and get some snow or get whatever, and you probably with enough time could do it. Now, keep in mind, we only used half of this bottle. Okay, we didn't even use the full bottle, and as you can see with the candles, it's probably got maybe 2 or 3 minutes left of burn time. um, there's not much left in there, so you would have to use a lot of candles to get that to boil. So if you were depending on this to boil water so that way you could make it safe to drink, is it possible? It looks like it could be possible, but you're using an awful lot of resources to get a little bit of something. So, and then it goes down into it. There's a trade off for everything. That's one of the things that you have to keep in mind. If you are dangerously dehydrated, okay, uh, then yeah, it might be one of those things to where you're just going to have to bite the bullet and take care of now and worry about later. Because if you don't make that water safe, then you may not get to tomorrow in order to use the preps that you saved today. So yeah, try not to put yourself in that situation. Okay, we've all seen the little different prepping hacks, if you will, and they go very very extreme. This one here, it's a start of it, and I was actually going to do some other things to kind of test this because I've never done this. I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I was going to take actually like a can of soup or something and put it up in here and see what would happen. But obviously, it's going to get warm. I mean, we just did the test. It got up to 150 plus degrees. It will warm food. Okay. So that might be one of those trade offs. Maybe not the best thing to boil water and make it safe, but maybe you're tired of eating cold spaghettios, and this way you're getting heat because you can sit right up on it. It's not going to be a ton of heat, okay, but you're going to get some sort of heat. It's going to warm your food. I doubt you're going to make anything to where you're going to be able to cook your food, but it'll definitely warm it. And in a situation to where you're without power, decently warm, sub hot food will probably do you wonders. Uh, tea light candles are cheap. Uh, just before I got on here, I went and saw, as you guys saw when I showed my box is running kind of low on this box. I've got plenty more, but uh, you got to rotate. And so I went on there to go, okay, where am I going to go get my next tea light candles? And I forget what site it was. Uh, but I think I found like 100 tea light candles for like $8.99 or something like that. They're cheap, they're inexpensive. If you store them well to where they're in a cool place that they're not going to melt or anything along those lines. Uh, I mean, yeah, it's a very good thing for a prepper to have candles. Uh, We should probably do a little video on candles, which ones to buy, which ones are better. There's all sorts of different materials they're made out of, the container you're going to put them in, the different wicks and different other things. So maybe we'll do an episode on candles. But for the purposes of this video, they posted the prepper hack. Does it work? Okay, so full review of it. Will this do this? It kind of looks like it would. But again, you're going to go through a heck of a lot of supplies doing it. Uh, it's one of those age-old adages. It's There's probably a much better way. You're going to be able to do it more efficiently, using less fuel, less time, boil more water, uh, and get the job done. This right here, uh, I I don't like it because it gives that false sense of security. You're going to put this out with a big flashy colors and really good graphics and all this other stuff. People are gullible and they'll look at it, they'll screenshot it, they'll throw it in the little prepper folder and go, okay, well, if this event happens, I can revert back to this and it'll 100% work. My life can depend on it. Okay, probably not a good idea, but there you go. That's basically my take on this and all that. If you guys see any of those little prepper hacks or whatever, send them my way. If you want to see if they actually work, I'll be more than happy to test them out, and we can share it out with everybody. I don't have a problem trying to prove them right or prove them wrong. So yeah, if you see them, send them to me. However you can send them to me. Send me a link. Send me the whole thing. Send me whatever it is. And as long as I can do it, then there you go. All right, that's what I've got for you guys. So you guys made it to this far in the video. Thank you. You guys rock. Appreciate it. And stay tuned. There's definitely more information to come. Maybe some more havocking tips to see if they're actually work or not. But remember, above everything else, remain united because we're all prepping in this together.